Hello, and how are you? I hope you're fine. My name is Mohindo Barak, and in today's video I'm going to show you how we can use Android Studio with GitHub, or how we can save our Android Studio on projects on GitHub. If you're watching this video, I believe you must have heard of GitHub and basic uses or advantages of GitHub. The main advantage of GitHub is that we can save our code there for future use, and in case we make a mistake and want to go to the previous versions of code of our code, we can use GitHub to bring back the previous versions of our code. Another thing, it is very simple for us to share the code. For example, you've seen me doing these videos of Android material UI challenges, and you have no access to the code. So with GitHub, it will make it very simple for us, for you to access my code, whereby I just press a single button and the whole code will be saved on GitHub. And viewers also, if you want to access this code, you just press a single button. It will copy the code that is on my GitHub and update it in your project. That is a layman's way, or a simple way how I can explain GitHub. It makes it simple for us to share the code and to maintain the code in the same way, in the same place. For example, if you're working with a team, you can simply contribute to the same source code without even without using a single computer. All of you just contribute to a single piece of code saved in one place on GitHub. I'll not explain the whole meaning of GitHub and how it works. If you want to learn more about GitHub, just simply search on internet advantages of GitHub, or what is Git, or what is GitHub. They'll give you the whole explanation of GitHub. My main point here is to make you get started with GitHub, or all what you need to get started with Git and GitHub. Okay, just search, you'll find the advantages of GitHub. Search on Google, you'll find the meaning of GitHub. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can get started with GitHub, so that if you want to use this project of mine, you can just simply get it from GitHub and then continue comparing the source code that you create with my own. So with that much said, let's do the real work now. Okay, so I'll begin by creating the account on GitHub. You just simply go to github.com, and then you create an account there. For me, I already have an account, but it is very straightforward and simple to create an account on GitHub, so I'll not show that also. You just like they create an account on Facebook, on other platforms, it is the same way how you create an account on GitHub. Secondly, then you have to download Git on your computer. Just simply come here and write download Git. Okay, whether it's Mac or whatever, you just simply come here to download Git on your computer. So this Git, you just simply click here on download for Windows if you're using Windows. If you're using Mac, I'm going to do the next video that is going to follow this one. I will show you how you can implement it with Mac operating system. So if you're using Mac operating system, just wait, in the next video I'll show you. But if you're using Windows, just simply download this GitHub for Windows and then install it in your computer. So GitHub is for Windows, it will be just like kind of a command line, and it will be helping us to communicate our project with the real GitHub. Okay, with the real GitHub online. So you just go ahead and download this Git for Windows if you're using Windows, and then install it. For me, I already have it, so I don't need to install it. Okay, I already have it. Just simply click on download like this. It will not just take you very far straight away to start downloading there, and then you just install it. Next, and that's it. You will not get any challenge to install Git. So after installing Git, then we go ahead and open our Android Studio. So I open my Android Studio project, and here it is. So I'm going to sign in. First of all, you have to log in to the account. Remember, the first step was to create an account on GitHub, and the second step was to install Git on our computer, and we're done with that. So the third step, we're going to sign in the account that we created from GitHub to our Android Studio. Okay, and it is by the use of Git that will communicate through the GitHub with the Android Studio and make sure that we are signing in safely. So to do that, I'll just simply come here to file, yeah, is it file? Yeah, file, then settings, then you click on GitHub, right? File, setting, then version control, file, settings, then version control. You expand that and then you click on what? On GitHub. So once you click on GitHub, you'll see your account. Let me first remove this account. Okay, let me remove it and I show how I can sign in, right? I'll click on this one and remove it. Okay, so to add an account, you just simply click here on this add, or you click on this plus to add an account. So I'm going to click on here to add the account. So it's going to say the server is what? Is GitHub, and I put here my username and password. But most of the time here it always disturb if you, for example, if you have two-factor authentication, it will disturb you because this user interface does not have a space where you can enter the authentication, the second authentication. So what I'm going to use the token. Using the token is the simplest way how you can log in. So you simply click here, use token. Okay, so you go to your GitHub account on internet, go to GitHub account, and then you go to your profile and click on settings. Okay, then after clicking on settings, you'll be able to see your settings space. So you click on developer settings. Okay, developer settings, and then you click on auth apps. Okay, on auth apps. Okay, no, on personal tokens. Okay, click on personal tokens. So in these personal tokens is where we can generate a token that will feed here, and that token will permit the Android Studio to do what? To modify your projects and things that you have on your what? On your GitHub. So we'll click on generate new token, and then a new token will be created. First of all, you cannot generate it before you do what? You log in. So you have to first confirm that we are really the users, and then we can select now what we need Android Studio to do with our GitHub. So select like Android Studio should do anything. Okay, should be able to do anything, but you can select a few things in case you want. But for me, I'm going to make it like you should be able to do anything, because I know Android Studio is safe and it cannot mess up with my project. And then I click on what? On generate a code. So I have to add a note here. So for example, I can say my Android Studio for Windows, my Android Studio for Windows. So in case there is any problem, I can know where this problem came from. So I've noted here that this authentication code that I'm going to create is going to be for Android Studio for Windows. And then I say generate token. The token is there, it has been created. You're not supposed to see it. I'm going to change it right now. I'm going to revoke it so you cannot see it. So I click on this one to copy it. You see I can get even the message that the token has been created. So I'll click here to copy this token. It is copied. I'm going to delete it right now. Don't even try it to use it. And then you come here to Android Studio and paste that token here, right? Then after, then say login. So you should be connected to internet, and you can see I've been logged in successfully using my what? Using my token. Then I click on what? On apply, and then this user will be logged in my what? In my Android Studio. So that's how we simply log into Android Studio using GitHub. Simple way to log into Android Studio using GitHub. So that is first step done. So the next step is now, how can you save the project to what? To our Android Studio. For example, this is the material UI project that I've been doing. I'm going to save it to the GitHub so that you can access it. You can access my source code at any time and reuse it on your own PC. Okay? Or you can contribute and suggest for me the contribution that you've made. So I'm going to copy this Android material UI. I mean the name of my project, and I'm going to create this project. We call it repository in GitHub. So I'll come to my GitHub and I go to my home of GitHub, my main home, my profile. Okay, and I click on what? On repositories. So once I click on repositories, I'll see an option to create a what? A new repository. So I'll click on new repository here, and when I click on new repository, I'll give this repository what? A name. Okay, so this is the name. I already have it. I'm not supposed to have a dash in this name like this. What are they saying? Your repository will be created as Mohindo whatever. Yeah, it is okay. So they're just warning me how it's going to be made. They say that this name is already existing. I mean, the name is available. So it's going to be my name stroke the name of the of repository. So I can give the description of this repository. Let me remove this dash. Okay, let me remove this dash. Okay, so here you put the name of the repository that you want to make. Okay, so let me go ahead and give the description of this repository, the details about this repository. Okay, so this is how I've named it: a challenge of Google Android Material UI. So I've given here a description of my repository, and then I can choose whether I want to keep it private or I want to keep it public. So I'll keep it public so that you can access it, and then after doing that, I can select whether I should add a README file or not. This README file will have the details for this. So I'll not make it be the main folder. So don't add this README file. It will really disturb you. I know the problem. Okay, so you can add it later. So this is going to be our project description. Okay, and I'll keep it as as public. Just leave everything there. If you want to use the license, like if you want to use GitHub license, any kind of license, you can choose it from here. Okay, so after doing that, I will not put even the license itself, because if I do that, it's going to make it to become on the on the main how should I say, on the main repository, which I don't want. But you can add these things later. Okay, then I'll go ahead and do and create the repository by simply clicking create repository, and to start processing and creating the repository. And then you can see we have our first repository, which is Android, Mobahood, that is my username, and is having Android Material UI Daily Challenge by Mohindo. Okay, so that is my repository. So we have successfully created the repository. If you click there, you can see I have a repository on internet. So now on GitHub. So that is this third step made. Okay, third or fourth? I think it's the fourth. The first one was to install GitHub. The second was to create an account. And the third one was to log in to GitHub using using the Android Studio. And this is the fourth one, to create the project on GitHub. Now the fifth one, I want to now save this project. I want to save the whole of this project to my GitHub. Okay, so to do that, I will first enable this project to be controlled by version control. So to do that, you just simply come here on VCS, which is stands for version control, I don't know, whatever, and then you're going to enable version control here. Okay, click here on enable version control integration, and we'll keep it as GitHub and say okay. Then it will sync, and then they say that the repository has been created. Did it really create the repository? Because I don't want it. Okay, so after doing that, after putting the version control, so we're going to add this project to the our project. Okay, we're going to add this to the GitHub. So to do that, you just simply come and copy this repository name, or you just browse through your repository and then copy this one. Then we switch from Android to project. So you switch here from Android to project, and then right click on this folder, on the main folder, right click on it, and then you come here to GitHub. Okay, GitHub here, and then you say commit directory. So this directory will be committed first. Okay, and then you can say, you select everything that you want to be committed, and then you say commit. So this will be our first commit. So here you first give the description in the commit. Okay, right click there and then come to GitHub and then click on commit, and then you give the description. So in the description, I just write the, for example, first version, and then you click on on commit here, so that so that the file should be committed and get ready to be what, to be uploaded to the GitHub. Then they'll ask us to review the commit. You say commit, just click on commit. So after committing our project, now it's time to save this project online, okay, or to be able to connect it with GitHub, so that when you save something, it should be saved on GitHub. So to do that, you just right click there on your project and then come to GitHub and then come to repository and come to push. Okay, so push means you should save it online. So I click on push and then I say define a remote, because I have not defined this remote yet. Okay, so I click there and I paste the link to my my project. You see this link to my repository, this one. You see the repository is still empty, this repository that just created. So you just copy this link on top. You can copy this one, you can copy this, no problem. I just copy this one on top, you copy it and then you paste it here. Okay, define remote, you paste there and then say okay, and then it will check if you have permissions to do that. So they'll show you how the code is going to be organized in the online GitHub. They say no problem, then you say push. Then you'll have to wait as it is pushing. You can see here it's processing and you need to be connected to internet. Okay, so pushed master branch already. It has, hey, wow, it's already pushed. That is going to take minutes. So it's already pushed. Let's go to the master branch and see if really our code has gone there. So I'll come here to the master branch and refresh. Just refresh the page. Boom, you can see the whole project has been pushed to our master branch. You see, this is the application, this is the SRC, this is the main, this is the resources, and this is the layouts, and the Java is where? What is Java? These are the layouts. You see, these are the layouts, the XML file that I've been doing. You see, and this is the comments that I put. Like they just uploaded them fast. If you click on it, then you see the source code that I've been writing before. Okay, so if I go back, so everything will be there. So if you want the Java code, where is the Java code? It must be in the SRC and the main. Where's the Java? Okay, the Java should be here, I think. Yeah, so you can see here are the Java codes and the utility and everything is there. So that's how we do it, and you can see I've successfully saved this project. So if you want to get this project now to your project, so every time that I'll be updating, I'll show you in the next video how I'll be updating. Like in case I have made some changes and I want to update this code, I'll show you in the next video how it is very simple. So I'll have to switch back to Android there. How it is very simple to update this code. So in the next video, now I'm going to show you how you can also do it on Mac. And now the question is, now what if you want this code to implement in your project? If you want this my source code and use it, you just simply right click here and let's say download zip. It will download this code into your project. You just open the Android Studio and you'll have everything that I've been doing into your project. So that's how we create a GitHub project, and that's how we create our project with GitHub. So you can contribute, you can go ahead and learn more about GitHub. Okay, so in the next video I am going to show you how we can connect this GitHub with Mac. Okay, because my main problem here, I wanted to shift it to Mac. I wanted to shift to Mac, but I was having a problem like how am I going to transfer my things to Mac? So I came up with the idea of GitHub. So I'm going to show you in the next video how I'm going to get this information from here to my Mac computer, and I continue with this project on the Mac computer. But don't just watch, but watch as you practice. So in the next video I'm going to show you how we can do that, and how you can also get this project and include it in your own computer, and then start working with the code that I use, and also as well as you're updating your own code that you use in your project. So thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. But otherwise, that's how we do after we publish the code. So in case I change anything, one more last point. In case I change anything here, for example, I put here comment. Okay, this is a simple comment. Now I want to update the online code. What do? First of all, I have to commit by just simply come here to Git. Okay, where is the GitHub? Okay, version control, and then I say commit. Okay, so it will commit. You see, there will be a comment. They just see, they'll show me the only place where that has changed, which is this comment, and then it's okay, I commit. So once I commit, I say commit. Once I commit, this code will be saved online, I mean offline, to my what, to my project, but offline, committed to the offline Git. So if I want to save this comment online, I'll just simply come and say push. Okay, no, I just simply come and say GitHub, and I come here to Git, and then I say push. Okay, then you see they say that only this will be updated. If I want to change a comment, I can change this comment from here. I'm just going to say to push the master, and then say push, and then if I go to my, what was this card, it's called card basic. Okay, if I go to this project, let's see if this comment has really been pushed. If I go to this project, I go to the app, I go to the src, I go to the main, I go to the project Java, I go to the activity, I go to the cards, I go, what's the name of this, card basic activity, card basic activity, card basic activity, and then you can see, boom, our comment has come. So that is the beauty about this GitHub. So if you're working with a team, so everyone who is working with this project, they'll have get that update that anything, something has been changed, and they can also update their project. It's really beautiful. Okay, so you have to learn how to use it, even though you may get some challenges, but make sure that you fix them until you really master how to use GitHub. With that much said, let us meet in the next video, where I'm going to show you how you can use the GitHub on Mac operating system, as well as getting this code and put in your in your computer. I hope you not miss, and thank you for watching at this point.